So a while ago, my YouTube friend Echo made a tour of my brain video, which you can see right here, and that was inspired by the amazing Phil's tour of my brain video, which is right over here. And within the last month, this community has grown a ton, so I thought it would be really fun for you guys to get to know me just a little bit better with, you guessed it, a tour of my brain video. In case you didn't already know that. So let's take a look, shall we? Please keep your hands and feet inside the computer at all times. Welcome to my brain. First and foremost, I'm sure you've noticed this epic looking door in the center. This is my spiritual cortex. It's where I go whenever I pray or meditate. It's in charge of things like my moral compass, stress levels, and self-confidence. As you can see, it looks like Narnia in there. That's because whenever I go in there, I get to hang out with Aslan and we chat, and it's pretty amazing. This is my spiritual meter. The more time I spend in my spiritual cortex, the higher my meter gets, and it positively affects all the other parts of my brain. And a perfect example of that would be my she-monster. She's kinda passive-aggressive and really jaded.
Oh, you would say that.
I'm able to keep her locked away thanks to my spiritual meter, but the lower the spiritual meter gets, the stronger she is, and then I just kinda wanna punch people in the face and kick children. Next up is my curiosity lobe. This thing may look innocent, but it's actually to blame for my obsession with learning an unrealistic amount about a stupidly wide variety of things that I find interesting. Thanks to this, I spend endless hours Google searching things like the health benefits of apple cider and tutorials on how to teach myself parkour, which I will never actually do. Inadvertently, it's responsible for triggering the creation of my hopes and dreams, like traveling the world or becoming a superhero. And connected to it is my indecision gland. As the name suggests, it is a raging tornado of indecision that wreaks havoc upon my ability to choose or do anything. It's so rampant that I literally spent over an hour trying to figure out how to describe it for the video. I'm serious. I think it turned out well though, didn't it? Maybe I should have changed it. No, I think it's good. Or is it? This is the worst thing I've ever written. Help me. And over here is my love receptor. Oh yeah. As you probably guessed, it's full of all the things I love. Like my husband David. He takes up most of the space in here because I love him more every day. Yeah, I know, it's super cheesy, but for real, he's my favorite. Let's see what else is in here though. Ooh, coffee, loose leaf tea, candles, vintage cars, supernatural. Oh hey, look! It's you guys! Go figure, I didn't know you were in there. I actually did know you were in there. I knew it all along. And below that is my creativity neuron. This part's kind of broken. Even though it works really hard to come up with original ideas, it's mildly creative at best. Yeah? You get it? Anyway, I say that because despite how hard I try, it mostly synthesizes stick figures and repurpose inspiration from other people. Like this video. Crap. Anyway, moving right along, over here is my fiction campus. My fiction campus is where I go whenever I daydream. It's full of my favorite characters and fictional worlds and is solely responsible for my addiction to good stories. It was actually very swollen when I was younger and took up most of my brain until my parents put me on medication. Now it's only slightly above average. Yay, medication! This guy is my radio. I can usually change it at will, but sometimes it gets jammed and plays only the songs I hate on repeat until I bash my head into the wall. And I hate myself for knowing all the lyrics. So call me, baby. Then of course there's my lovely tolerance sector. This is where I store all the things and people that piss me off, so I avoid lashing out or saying or doing something that I will totally regret later. pretty heavily protected by the spiritual meter. You'll notice it's actually pretty big. That's because I have a really high tolerance, but when the chains break off, look out. And this little guy is my awkwardness stem. You guys are a little more familiar with this part, but what you don't know is that it's in charge of my depth perception, motor skills, and social abilities. Thanks to this thing, I actually have a legitimate depth perception problem where I think things are farther away than they really are. So we're into stuff. A lot. I also have a really hard time with hand-eye coordination, so I do things like this.
Yeah, could you pass me that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Yeah, that actually happened once. This also triggers laughter in awkward situations, and gives me debilitating irrational fears of stuff like ordering for delivery over the phone, or just being around people in general. And last but not least, there are some extra little cells floating around, like my cuteness node. This little thing makes me want to hoard anything with a kawaii face or a mustache. And my adjective animal generator, which pushes me to describe people with adjectives and animals. Like, I'm a hungry bear. She's an awkward duck. He was a whimsical fish. This little guy is my pet, honey badger Felix. He reminds me that I'm awesome when I'm feeling down, and overrides my spiritual meter when somebody threatens or hurts anybody I care about, so I can destroy them. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and subscribe, hit the subscribe button down in the corner for more videos like this and like other stuff. Comment on this video with what goes on in your brain. Like this video and share it with your friends and family in the whole world so I could take it over. But that's another story. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Crystal. Stay awesome. Bye.
He's gone. What was that? I need help.